Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie z tej strony Koko i kolejna gra zainspirowana kryminałem Agaty Christie Zło, które żyje pod słońcem. W Polsce książka ta była wydawana także pod takimi tytułami jak Hotel na wybrzeżu czy Zło czai się wszędzie. To taka mała ciekawostka. Dobrze kochani, rozpoczynamy nową przygodę.
Black curtains. How like a shroud they are. Forgive me, Hastings. The melancholy overcomes me often of late. I thank you for joining me on this night. The blackout, the air raid sirens. It is not a night to be alone, n'est-ce pas?
I couldn't agree more, old chap.
I have the bonne idée. How we will pass the hours until we know for certain if tonight at last the bombers come. You have asked me to tell you of the murder that occurred most recently at the Smuggler's Rest Hotel on Seadrift Island. I know I have revealed little beyond the fact that Poirot was able to use the little grey cells to bring the affair to a satisfactory conclusion. Yet the newspapers have said nothing. To think that a case of Poirot's does not merit at least a single paragraph is yet one more outrage I lay at the feet of Herr Hitler. He gobbles up space in the newspaper the way he gobbles up so much of Europe, including my own beloved Belgium. But tonight, I propose to take our minds off of the horrors of war. I will not only share with you the events as they happened, but more. You have often complained in your very charming British way, oh so polite, that Poirot withholds important facts and clues from you, so that you have no opportunity to solve yourself the crime.
It's true.
Bon, I have applied the grey cells and a solution has presented itself. Here is your opportunity, mon ami. I will tell the story so vividly to you that you will think you are there yourself. You will direct Poirot's every action. Every fact, every clue will be there in front of your eyes. I will eliminate any characters without a part in our little drama. The hotel? It was not as understaffed as you will see it. In the same spirit, I set the stage. Oh, do not concern yourself with missing rooms, Hastings. Only those locations of importance will be presented. There will be no distractions. You will solve the case even as I did. Oh, peut-être. With a little hint here and there from the magical device you see there on that table. But no doubt, it will not be necessary.
Magical device?
It is called the Finger of Suspicion. It was given to me by a wizard, someone for whom I did a small favor last year in Manchester.
A wizard, eh?
Bien, sir. All you need to do is place one of these cards in the center of the machine. They each represent one of the players in our story. I will wave my hands above it so, utter the secret incantation, and it will point you in the right direction.
Well, for starters, it's complete rot. I know you, Poirot. If anyone has a more practical, clear-eyed view of how this world works, I haven't met him. You don't believe in magic. If you want to choose this method of giving me hints, I won't stop you. It'll be a treat to see you cavorting about like a stage prestidigitator. But I suspect the hints will somehow be coming from you.
If you are so certain it is nothing but hocus pocus, then would you be willing to try and solve the mystery of the Finger of Suspicion, as well as the murder on Seadrift Island?
Absolutely.
Very well. I will give you 7 clues at times of my choosing throughout the evening. Perhaps when you have all 7, you will be able to see the true genius behind the Finger of Suspicion. Here is your first clue. Power.
Power? The power of magic?
I give you the clues, Hastings. Do not expect me to explain them as well. Explore my office first. Equip yourself for your journey into the past. Come to me when you are ready. In the meantime, I will tell you 3 little stories to whet your appetite.
Ye gentlemen of England, who live home at your ease. It's little do you think of the dangers of the seas. When we receive our orders, we are obliged to go on the main to proud Spain, where the stormy winds do blow.
Make of these stories what you will, mon ami. They are each related most closely to the events on Seadrift Island that you and I are about to explore. Keep them in mind. Explore my office first. Equip yourself for your journey into the past. When you are ready to begin your investigation, tell me. My story, it will commence, and you will have your chance to solve the mystery.
Dobrze, kochani, zgodnie z sugestią Herculesa Poirot rozejrzymy się po jego gabinecie i przygotujemy się do podróży w przeszłość. Zobaczmy tu. O. To też. Tu.
This document bears further study. I will keep it in my notebook.
Dobrze.
This looks important. I will keep it in my notebook. Interesting. I'll put it in my notebook. This may be important. I'll keep it in my notebook.
I to wszystko. O. Tu nic, nic. Tu można wyjść.
Things are progressing exactly as I expected.
To jeszcze zabierz.
A wise choice, Hastings. With this stopwatch, you will be able to determine the time it would take the suspects to make their way to the scene of the murder.
Idziemy dalej. To. Zobaczmy. O, Wyspa Przemytników. Tutaj co my tu mamy? Sophia Lane, Hilary Caster, Willie Jenks, pułkownik Weston. Na razie nic mi te nazwiska nie mówią. Dowiemy się pewnie w najbliższej przyszłości, kim są ci ludzie. O! Sztuki magiczne William Henry Nichols. Już wiemy, od kogo Hercules Poirot dostał oskarżycielskiego palucha i tą książeczkę. Dobrze, mamy chyba wszystko. No to mówimy Poirot, że jesteśmy gotowi do podróży
I'm
w
ready,
przeszłość.
Poirot. You need only to touch your portrait, and we are off.
Dobrze, kochani, wyruszamy.
Notice how the portrait is now of Poirot. When you wish us to return to my flat, you have only to touch my portrait.
Dobrze, rozejrzyjmy się trochę tutaj po pokoju. Tutaj jest na pewno wyjście na balkon. Zobaczmy. Na razie nie będziemy tutaj nigdzie szperać. Wracaj do pokoju. Nic nie muszę zabierać. Nie, idziemy dalej. Zobaczmy. Tutaj to na pewno jest łazienka. Tak. Dobrze, kochani, to my się rozejrzyjmy po hotelu oraz jego okolicy. Rozmawiajmy z innymi gośćmi, jak i z personelem hotelu. Ruszamy.
Pardon, mademoiselle, what is your name?
Gladys, sir. Oh, sir. If it's about the towels, the delivery hasn't come yet from the mainland. And that Will is ever so unreliable.
There is no hurry. Poirot has completed his toilette.
Well, if it's the bed, I'll get to it when I can. There's so much to do.
Do not trouble yourself.
Zapytamy się ją, czy ją coś trapi, czyżby miała jakieś kłopoty.
You seem out of sorts. Is something wrong?
Oh, no, sir. No, not really.
There. What is it?
It's that Will Jenks, if you must know.
No proszę, pierwszy obiekt z naszej tablicy, Willie Jenks. To spytamy się jej, że chyba się na niego złości.
You seem quite angry with this Will Jenks.
Will? Oh, he thinks quite a bit of himself, he does. Just because a girl might go with him to the films in Kingsbridge or have a bit to eat at the local, he thinks he's got her wrapped around his little finger. Thinks he can do whatever he likes when she's not around.
Is there another girl?
He says no, but I've seen her with him at the garage and walking in the high street. And she's still a child too. But I won't mention names. It would cost me my job.
I am sure he will see the error of his ways, mademoiselle. Be patient.
Spytamy jej się, czy może nam coś powiedzieć o Wyspie Przemytników.
What can you tell me of Seadrift Island?
Only that I wouldn't stay around here after dark.
Why not?
There's a ghost. Old Tom Cutter's ghost. A smuggler and a pirate. Murdered he was. Shot down by government agents after his gold.
Widziałaś tego ducha?
You have seen this ghost?
I haven't, but many have. He haunts the pub here on the island what's closed now.
Au revoir, madame.
Dobrze, ruszamy dalej. O, chodź. Chodź tędy. O, tutaj mamy panią recepcjonistkę. Porozmawiamy z nią.
Ah, Mr. Poirot. Good morning. All settled in, are you?
Yes, Mrs. Castle, thank you. I am looking forward to my little holiday from crime.
Anything I can help you with?
Powiemy jej, że to przepiękna wyspa i chcielibyśmy się czegoś o niej dowiedzieć.
A most beautiful island. Where can I learn more of its history?
That brochure will introduce you to the colourful past of Seadrift Island and Lethercombe Bay. Once you've studied that, you'll probably have more questions. I'm from London myself, but most of our staff are local. Perhaps they can help you, and the villagers have all sorts of wonderful stories.
Czy ewakuacja wybrzeża wpłynęła na pracę hotelu?
Have the coastal evacuations affected you yet?
As you can see from the register, our two largest parties have gone. In the past few weeks, the Smuggler's End pub here on the island has closed, and Lethercombe Bay is almost a ghost town. Every day I expect Colonel Weston to order the hotel closed as well. It's only a matter of time, I'm afraid.
Czyli tak, pani Castle jest kierowniczką hotelu, a pułkownik Weston jest jego właścicielem. Tak nawiązuje do tej tablicy, która znajduje się w gabinecie Poirota. Spytamy jeszcze się jej, kto przebywa teraz w hotelu.
Who else is staying here at present?
You are welcome to check the register if you wish, Mr. Poirot. Perhaps you'll find someone you know.
I shall not keep you any longer, Mrs. Castle. Merci.
If you need anything more, I'll be in my office.
Dobrze. O, bierzemy broszurkę. Gdzieś tutaj jest? Nie, zobaczmy tą broszurkę. Moment. To ona będzie tutaj na pewno. Tak. Jak ja ją mogę zobaczyć? Jeszcze raz. O, tak, dobrze. Broszurka przedstawiająca historię Wyspy Przemytników. No i sobie teraz czytamy. Dobrze, kochani, więc już coś nieco wiemy. Idziemy sobie do gabinetu pani Castle i z nią jeszcze trochę porozmawiamy.
Was there something else, Mr. Poirot?
Czy goście mogą korzystać z hotelowego sejfu?
Is the hotel safe at the disposal of guests?
Of course. We'll be happy to store any of your valuables.
Od dawna zarządza pani tym hotelem?
Have you been the manager here long?
Only a few months. Not quite the situation I was hoping for, and it won't last much longer thanks to the war.
Czy są tu gdzieś w pobliżu pola golfowe? Co? Poirot nie
Are
gra
there
w
any
golfa.
golf courses nearby on the mainland? Hastings.
No właśnie.
Poirot does not play their golf. Remember where, who you are.
Sorry, old man.
I will not impose upon you further, madame.
Mr. Poirot, there was one thing.
Oui, madame?
It's such a small matter, I feel silly bringing it to the attention of a gentleman with your reputation.
Do not let the reputation of Poirot cause you to hesitate in your inquiry.
Well, my wire recorder has gone missing. I used to dictate all my letters for a girl in the village to type up. She's learning to type, so she brings her own typewriter. I need only supply the paper.
Kiedy zabrano pani fonograf?
When was the wire recorder taken?
Sometime on the evening of the 19th.
Zamyka pani gabinet na klucz?
Do you lock your office?
There has never been any need. I lock the safe, of course. That is where all the valuables are kept.
Czy w dniu, w którym zaginął fonograf, wydarzyło się coś niezwykłego?
Did anything else out of the ordinary happen on the day the recorder went missing?
Let me see. Well, that was the day Arlena Stewart arrived. A celebrity such as she causes quite a stir.
I am not sure what I can do, but I will be happy to keep my eyes and ears open, madame.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Poirot.
A wire recorder? Those things are huge. Shouldn't be difficult to track down.
Pardon, madame?
Dobrze, kochani, czyli mamy zadanie do wykonania, odnaleźć fonograf. Idziemy dalej. Najpierw znajdziemy tą księgę gości i rzucimy na nią okiem. Tutaj przyszliśmy, to chodź tędy. O, to chyba tu.
Well, Poirot, this will surely prove useful. I'll copy the valid information into my journal.
Okej, to przepisz. To chodź tutaj. Tak, są drzwi. Przejdziemy przez nie. Mamy coś zabrać. Od razu już łupiemy. Przez nie też przejdziemy. I zobaczymy, gdzie nas doprowadzą. Mam coś zabrać? O tak. Bierz. Idziemy dalej. Tutaj coś zabieramy. Nic a nic i mamy tutaj kogoś. To chyba, kochani, jest gość.
Forgive the intrusion, mademoiselle.
Oh,
I did not mean to startle you.
not at all. I must have been miles away. You're Monsieur Poirot, aren't you? I understood you joined us last evening. I'm Rosamund Darnley.
Enchanté.
Co panią sprowadza na Wyspę Przemytników, mademoiselle?
What brings you to Seadrift Island, Mademoiselle Darnley?
A short rest before the fall season.
But of course, you are the proprietress of Rosemont, the fashion house. Your designs are first-rate. Hastings, what does Poirot know
No
of such
właśnie.
things?
I'm surprised you are interested in
Ja
women's
też.
fashions, Monsieur Poirot.
Sometimes I surprise even myself, mademoiselle.
Długo przebywa pani na wyspie?
Have you been here on the island long?
Just a few days. It was a spur of the moment sort of thing.
Bardzo tutaj cicho, nieprawdaż?
It is very quiet here, n'est-ce pas?
I don't mind the quiet. There were a number of children here until a few days ago. They were evacuated. Ken's daughter Linda is here, but she's 16, hardly a child anymore. I've had one odd incident. A small crime even.
Sometimes the small crimes are but appetizers to a main course.
I brought a typewriter down to catch up on some correspondence. It disappeared from my room the day after I arrived.
Kiedy odkryła pani, że maszyna zniknęła?
What day did you find the typewriter missing?
The 20th.
Zgłosiła pani
Did
kradzież?
you report the theft?
No, my jewelry and over £20 in my purse were untouched. I suspect someone simply borrowed the typewriter and will return it when they're finished with it. Rude, perhaps, but possibly not a crime at all.
Czy ktoś interesował się pani maszyną do pisania w momencie przybycia?
Did anyone take an interest in the typewriter when you arrived?
Come to think of it, a man named Major Barry did make some comment, but I rather felt he was simply looking for an excuse to talk to me.
Au revoir, madame.
Dobrze, kochani, czyli mamy kolejne zadanie bojowe. Odnaleźć także maszynę do pisania. Ruszamy dalej. Aha, tutaj jest ogród. Nie, to jeszcze chciałabym, żebyś poszperał. Jak to zabrzmiało, wiem. Żebyś rozglądnął się po hotelu. A gdzie my to jesteśmy?
Alas, Poirot never learned to tickle the ivories.
Ja też nie.
Poirot, you employed that phrase correctly.
I hope you are not implying Poirot's English to be anything less than perfect?
Well, that is to say, I would never presume.
Sprawdzam od razu, czy mamy coś zabrać. Nie, idziemy dalej. Tutaj też nie. O, tutaj ktoś jest. Porozmawiamy z
Sorry, sir, the
barmanem.
bar won't be open till 11.
I am merely making the morning constitutional, young man. What is your name?
Henry, sir.
Spytamy się go, czy mieszka tutaj.
Are you from Lethercombe?
No, sir. I live in Kingsbridge. Lethercombe Bay is a bit quiet for my taste, especially now they've begun the evacuations.
Od jak dawna pracuje w hotelu?
How long have you worked at the hotel?
3 years. Don't know what I'll do when they close her down.
Lubisz tu pracować?
How do you like working here, Henry?
Well, it's very nice, usually. Of course, Mrs. Castle, the manager, is something of a tartar. I expect that's because she's new and wants to establish her authority. Come to think of it, Gladys hasn't been herself lately. The first floor maid. Look, I'm no gossip, but I think she's had a row with her young man, Will Jenks. I expect it's nothing really. Everyone's a bit tense these days.
Co możesz mi powiedzieć o pozostałych gościach?
What can you tell me of my fellow guests, Henry?
Well, I don't want to gossip, but Arlena Stewart, the actress, is staying here. And there's a Miss Rosamond Darnley in the dining room. I understand she's a famous dressmaker or something.
I will leave you to your work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I nic nie musimy od niego brać, nie. Dobra, ruszamy dalej. O, zabierz.
I say, the latest number of Motor Enthusiast magazine, Poirot. What a stroke of luck. I've been looking out for this one.
Musimy iść, nie. Dobrze, to teraz wyjdziemy z hotelu. Chyba się tędy wychodzi. To są chyba główne drzwi. Zobaczmy.
This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder. From the hotel to Cutter's Cove, it is 25 minutes.
Dobrze. Pójdziemy sobie tutaj. Chodź. Zobaczmy, gdzie prowadzą te drzwi. Czyli tędy możemy przechodzić. Dobrze, to już tutaj poszperaliśmy i oglądaliśmy. Idziemy dalej. O, zabierz to. Idziemy dalej. A ktoś to tak siedzi sobie sam.
Hello there.
Good morning, mademoiselle. I am Hercule Poirot.
Emily Brewster. Pleasure to meet you.
You rest from your exertions?
No, I teach ballet to a lot of energetic young girls. It would take more than a little row around this tiny island to wear me out. I don't know if you noticed, but I found what looks like the carving of a dog on a rock on the path there when I came down to bathe. It appears to be quite old. I was curious to see if there were any more carvings along here.
And have your investigations met with success?
Nothing so far. The sea may have worn any away, I suppose.
Od jak dawna pani przebywa w hotelu?
Have you been here at the hotel long?
9 or 10 days.
Have you formed any impressions of our fellow guests?
Are you down here on a case, Mr. Poirot?
No, for a short holiday only. Forgive me if the question was impertinent.
Oh, I don't mind. Let's see. Horace Blatt is a wealthy businessman, of the sort one tries to avoid in London. Loud and boorish. I think he finds us all rather boring. The Redferns seem like a nice couple, but I've noticed a tension between them. If you want my opinion, Arlena Marshall is at the bottom of it. She's one of those women men seem drawn to, and other women tend to hate.
Spytamy jej się, czy jej się podoba na wyspie.
Are you enjoying Seadrift Island?
To tell you the truth, Mr. Poirot, this was a necessary trip for me. I lost a very close friend several months ago. I'm here to try and come to terms with her death, and to reclaim my life if I can. Forgive me for being so frank to an innocent question. I'm not sure why I said that.
Not at all, mademoiselle. People often find they can confide in me.
Of course. You're that Hercule Poirot.
There is more than one?
I've heard of you, of course. I apologize, I didn't make the connection at once.
Spytamy jej się, czy woli się kąpać tutaj, a nie na plaży.
You choose to bathe here instead of at the beach?
Yes, I do so every day. It's just a few steps from the hotel. And there's this one gentleman, Major Barry, who seems to take a rather obvious interest in women in bathing attire. Makes my flesh crawl. So I try to avoid the beach.
Good luck in your investigation.
Thank you.
Zobaczymy, czy my mamy co stąd zabrać. O, tak. Zabierz kamień. To wszystko? Tak, dobra, no to idziemy dalej. Teraz sobie pójdziemy tutaj. Chodź, chodź. O, porozmawiamy z tym facetem.
I did not mean to frighten you, my friend.
You didn't, and I'm not.
The pub, it is open?
No.
You have the binoculars, I see.
What of it?
They are for the watching of birds?
Yes, I'm very fond of birds.
Are you staying at the hotel?
Are you?
Mais oui. Hercule Poirot, at your service.
My name is North.
If he's a birdwatcher, I'm a penguin, Poirot.
Shall we follow him? It is up to you.
Jasne, że idziemy. Facet się dziwnie zachowywał.
He's up to something, Poirot. Are you going to let him get away?
A gdzie tam? Pewnie pantofle.
My shoes are of
No
the
właśnie.
finest leather, buffed to a perfect sheen. I will not be subjecting them to sea water.
Take them off, then.
No. If you wish to cross the causeway, summon the sea tractor. I will not wait.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Ale może się tutaj rozejrzeć. To tak, najpierw zobaczmy, co to jest. Zobaczmy, czy działa.
Phone isn't much good if no one will answer it.
Poirot will not be wading in this story. That must be clear.
Okej, to wracamy. To jest ten bar, kochani, z pierwszej historii Poirota. Pamiętacie?
Quite securely locked, I am afraid.
Dobrze, to idziemy dalej na nasz rekonesans. A nie możesz jeszcze biec? O, czy jak 2 razy kliknę, to szybciej pójdziesz. Dobra, to idziemy dalej. No, szybciutko. O, dalej, dalej. O, porozmawiamy z tą panią.
Good morning, mademoiselle. May I join you?
I would be delighted. It's Madame Redfern, by the way. Christine. You must be Hercule Poirot, the famous detective.
I am he?
Modesty, old man.
You may have reason to be modest, Hastings. Poirot does not.
The old place was buzzing last night when you arrived.
Powiemy jej, że to doskonały dzień na szkicowanie.
It is a perfect day for sketching.
Yes, indeed. I'm trying to capture that sailboat down there.
I see it. The man at the tiller seems quite good.
That's Horace Black. He's a guest here. He splits his time mainly between the bay and the bar.
A red sail is unusual, is it not?
Yes, quite.
What brings you to the Smuggler's Rest Hotel?
I'm here with my husband, Patrick.
Damn! Hastings!
It was his idea, really. He's the outdoors type. But I burn so easily, I'm afraid. I must take care.
Spytamy się, gdzie jest jej mąż.
Where is your husband?
That's him down there, swimming.
You do not swim, Madame Redfern?
No. The man near the equipment shed is George, the bathing beach attendant. That other man in the chair is Major Barry. You'll find him there most days, especially if there are any women swimming.
Major Barry has an eye for the ladies?
Definitely. Bit of a bore too. Full of stories about the army in India. That and his dogs. He apparently has many dogs.
Co może pani powiedzieć o pozostałych gościach?
What can you tell me about our fellow guests?
Well, there's Emily Brewster. You'll usually find her roaming about the island. Ballet instructor at school in North Taunton, I believe. There's a couple from up north somewhere. Gardeners. She'll talk your ear off. He's rather a dear, really. And Arlena Stewart, of course. You must have heard by now that she is here.
Oh, you know her?
My husband does.
Our time here may be cut short.
Because of the evacuation, you mean?
Many seaside resorts are already closed.
Yes, that's mainly why I agreed to come. This could be Patrick's last chance for who knows how long. I'm afraid that's enough sun for me for a while, Mr. Poirot.
It has been a pleasure, madame.
Dobrze, kochani, idziemy dalej. No, ruszamy. Zejdziemy sobie po schodkach.
This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder.
Oczywiście.
From the bathing beach to Cutter's Cove via the path, it is 18 minutes.
Porozmawiamy sobie najpierw z George'em.
Morning, sir. I'm afraid the rowboat is out, but I could set you up with a nice rubber float.
No, thank you. Poirot does not float.
Oh, no worries, sir. A bit of exercise would soon help that.
I see no cause for amusement. You are the beach tender?
That's right, sir. I keep an eye on the equipment, look after the grounds, the tennis court and so on as well.
Lubisz swoją pracę?
Do you enjoy your job?
It's all right. Not much for excitement. And the new manager's ever so strict. Henry the barman, though. He's my mate. Henry makes an excellent cocktail. He makes a superb planter's punch. Direct from the Caribbean it is.
Od jak dawna tu pracujesz?
How long have you worked here?
Almost 10 years now. But that's all coming to an end.
Why is that?
Got my papers, didn't I? Reporting for duty next week. Navy frogman. That's what I'm going to be.
Pochodzisz stąd?
Are you from this area?
Born and raised in Lethercombe Bay.
Z pewnością znasz wiele ciekawych, lokalnych opowieści.
You must know many interesting stories
Pewnie
of
o
the
duchach.
area.
You mean Tom Cutter, the ghost, the treasure? Mr. Gardner was quizzing me about old Tom just the other day. Some will tell you it's just stories, but I saw him a few weeks back, white and glistening in the moonlight like he'd risen from the sea.
Skąd wiesz, że postać, którą widziałeś, to duch?
How do you know the figure you saw was a ghost?
Well, he disappeared into thin air, didn't he?
Gdzie go widziałeś?
Where did you see him?
Outside the Smuggler's End pub well after midnight. He passed inside. I'd had my share of liquid courage, so I follows him. Down into the cellar he goes, so down I go. And what do you think?
He was helping himself to a tankard of grog? Grog? What is grog, Hastings?
No, vanished into thin air. Ghosts do that.
Na razie to wszystko.
That will do for now, monsieur.
I porozmawiamy z miłośnikiem pań w strojach kąpielowych.
Good morning, monsieur.
Capital morning, capital. You must be that detective Johnny who arrived last night. Major Montague Barry, late of His Majesty's Army in India.
It is a pleasure, Major Barry.
Od jak dawna jest pan w hotelu?
Have you been at the hotel long?
Couple of weeks, one last hurrah, you might say, before Fritz arrives on our doorstep.
Yes, they are coming very soon now, I think.
Bombs first, of course, soften us up, or so they think. Not like India. I was there for the start of the Third Afghan War. Now that was war with some honor to it. Those days you could see a man's eyes go dull as you killed him.
Skąd pan się wziął na Wyspie Przemytników?
How did you come to see Drift Island?
I show my dogs over in Dartmouth twice a year. Train them, you see. Always told myself I'd stay here once when I got my chance.
Pańskie psy są tutaj, w hotelu?
Are your dogs here? At the hotel?
Not likely. They're safe at some kennels I found near Exmoor. Had to get them out of London, you see. Wouldn't have stood the bombing, poor beasts.
A co pan sądzi o naszych sąsiadach z hotelu?
Any impressions of our fellow guests?
That actress is a fine specimen, no denying. The Redfern lass is not bad, but a bit too pale for my taste. I like 'em with a bit of colour. Miss Darnley, the dressmaker, she's quite attractive in
O
her own way
samych
too.
kobietach mówi. Jest pan na kąpielisku, ale się pan nie kąpie, majorze.
You are on a bathing beach, but you do not bathe, Major?
No, never got the taste for it. The scenery can be quite pleasant, though.
Yes, it is very
Każdy z nich
nice.
mówi o czymś innym.
Nice? Now? Wouldn't say that. None of the finest sex
Właśnie.
about. Good-looking fillies, some of them. Where are they all, I wonder?
Orientuje się pan w historii tej okolicy?
Do you know anything of the history of this place?
Not much. Heard some rot about Roman orgies way back when. Then some monks decided this would be a wonderful place to make brandy. There's that smuggler Tom Cutter, of course, gave his name to a cove here on the island. Supposed to still haunt the pub. That's about it.
Enjoy the scenery, Major Barry.
I will, when it arrives.
To podejdź tu bliżej.
Hastings? I swim like the dolphin. I simply do not wish to swim at the present moment.
Dobrze, ale patrzymy, czy masz coś zabrać. O, masz.
A length of sturdy cord.
Dobra, idziemy dalej.
This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder.
Dobrze.
From the ledges to Cutter's Cove, it is 6 minutes.
Porozmawiamy sobie jeszcze z nimi i skończymy, kochani, dzisiejszy odcinek. Ale tutaj widzę ucho, więc będziemy podsłuchiwać.
You wish to eavesdrop, Hastings? As you wish. We will listen to their conversation.
Sightseeing is all very well, and I like to do a place thoroughly. But a quiet spot by the seaside where I can just sit and do my knitting is so relaxing, isn't it, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
And this is such a picturesque spot, quite out of the world and at the same time very comfortable and most exclusive in every way, isn't it, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
Dobrze, to chodźmy do nich. Przedstawmy się.
Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, monsieur. I hope I do not disturb you.
Why, of course not. He's not disturbing us, is he, Oakley?
No, darling.
You must be our newest addition. Mr. Hercule Poirot, the famous detective. You recall me telling you he would be joining us, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
I am Mrs. Carrie Gardner. This is my husband, Oakley.
Very pleased to make your acquaintances.
Podoba się państwu na wyspie? Pewnie nam odpowie kobieta.
Are you enjoying your stay on the island?
Very much. It's so peaceful and relaxing. So far from the cares of the world, isn't it, Oakley?
Yes, darling.
Czym pan się zajmuje, panie Gardner? Mam nadzieję, że teraz ty odpowiesz.
What business are you in, Monsieur Gardner?
Oakley is retired, Mr. Poirot. He was manager and owner of the Lake District's best-known theatre company.
These days I travel and indulge my passion for collecting rare coins.
Enough of that. I'm sure Mr. Poirot isn't interested in old coins.
Powiemy, że to jest bardzo interesujące miejsce.
This is an interesting spot.
Yes, isn't it? Not as much wind, I think, as the terrace above the bathing beach or over at Sanctuary Cove. Oh, look, Oakley. There goes Miss Brewster again. Can't think where she gets her energy.
Powiemy także, że nasi znajomi z hotelu wydają się niezmiernie uroczy. Nie wszyscy jeszcze przecież poznałeś.
Most charming.
You think so? Some are, of course. Others, well, I wouldn't like to say, but I was telling Oakley just last evening that that Stewart woman is paying quite too much attention to Mr. Redfern, wasn't I, Oakley?
Of course, having run a theatre, I'm well aware that actors aren't like us. They have different standards.
Lower standards.
Yes, darling.
And you should have seen Mr. Marshall and Miss Darnley laughing and joking yesterday. Everyone thought they'd just met, but apparently they are old friends.
I will leave you now.
Dobrze, jeszcze tutaj zobaczę, czy mamy się rozejrzeć. I wyruszamy w dalszą drogę. O, ja sobie ustawię Herculesa, żebym nie zapomniała, na czym skończymy dzisiejszy odcinek. Dobrze, kochani, kończymy nasz dzisiejszy odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Ja serdecznie was zapraszam na kolejne odcinki z tej serii. I teraz wam już mówię pa pa!